All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're going to start out by giving all praises and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth, and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessings unto the elect that sky throughout the four corners of the earth, whom going to come back to the obedience of the scriptures, right? This word is for the elect. It's also for Israel, but not all Israel is coming to the knowledge at this time.
Right.
So it's only the select few, right? And with that being said, only the select few has the understanding of who their enemy are, all right? Who's going to save them, all right? Who's going to ultimately bring in the kingdom, man? And the number one thing we got to understand, being in this wicked kingdom, all right, America, a.k.a. Babylon, a.k.a. Egypt, we have to understand who is the enemy. Who is our number one enemy, right? Go ahead and get Jeremiah 30:7.
Come, this is
We are at war, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. And it reads, it says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even.
Salaki, Deuteronomy 30:7.
Okay, come. Salaki. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And it reads, it says, and the Lord, Yahweh Shai, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Right, because the biggest thing that happened, according to the scriptures, according to Deuteronomy 28:68, was us going into captivity. Transatlantic slave ships, man.
Yeah, slave trade.
Right, the slave trade.
Yep.
You see, and it was a horrific event.
Man.
You see, you got to put the word horrific around it, because it wasn't spontaneous, it wasn't enjoyable, and it wasn't the kingdom. All this, it was straight horror, man. To watch your kids being sold, to watching your loved ones and your relatives and kindreds die before your eyes.
Yep.
Work without. I'm talking about work 24 hours, man. And if you was caught sluggering or caught refusing to follow massa, because that was the term that was used for the so-called white man during that time, when he was whooping and slapping up Jake, man, with the whip and shit, man. He was called massa, right? And if you didn't obey massa's commands or follow directions, you was ultimately being lashed, whipped, ultimately, or put to death. If you was a Negro, Latino, Native American and Indian, you was being put to death, man. Okay? Therefore, you had to go through harsh captivity, pretty much. And now our enemy, like Deuteronomy 30:7, hey, he's gonna have to taste. Hey, ultimately, he's gonna get that back, pretty much. Everything that he have done unto the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Indians, unto Israel, is going to go back unto him sevenfold, double that cup, man. He going to wish he should have never put his hands on us.
Yep.
Go ahead, reread that, and then jump to that Kennedy quote, man.
Come, this is back in Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And it reads, and the Lord, Yahweh Shai, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Right, which persecuted thee. You see? Our enemies persecute us on a daily basis, man. We labor and have no rest. Money, bag full of holes. We whipped. This devil always got his feet on our neck. He destroyed us. He gave us black culture. He giving Jake Dracos and Scat Packs and Track Hawks. You know, we feel like we done made it on this side. That's why I say the gift destroyeth the heart.
Yep.
See, here it is. You getting all these gifts and benefits from this devil, but he's ultimately hiding behind that fake smile. Words smooth as butter. But this man had war in his heart, and that war is still in his heart to this day, man. Every time he look at you, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, this so-called white man hates you.
Yep.
He want to push you to death. But guess what? You know what prevents him from putting him to death? Ultimately, the mentality of the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Indians. They don't know who their enemy is. See, if you knew who your enemy was, then would that enemy be revealed? You see, like 2 Thessalonians, he's going to be revealed in this time, man. It should be a falling away first, but guess what? We should stand. That breath of life enter into us. You see, ultimately we should stand upon our feet, right? And y'all gonna fall in fear, man, because guess what? You thought we was asleep, man. You thought that your treacherous things that you did unto the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, you thought that was all forgotten.
Right. And it ain't.
And it ain't. The Lord sees everything.
So he requires.
You see, that's why I said the title of the lesson ultimately goes into your wrongdoings will not be unanswered, E. That's why the most that question that they have in the scriptures, it ultimately says, who see of us? That's a question. It will not go unanswered, because the Lord sees you. The Lord, what it say, men fear only the eyes of men, right? Man. Not knowing that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding the ways of men, man. Hey, this man, hey, the Lord got his eye on you, E. You #1 prize, buddy. And you about to go right into captivity. Go ahead and get that Kennedy quote, read where it's from and everything, man, because even John F. Kennedy felt some fear, man. In which, he could be a Jake.
Come on, this is the Snopes.com website, and it goes into a fact check, and it goes into the quote that John F. Kennedy made, and it says, did John F. Kennedy ask, suppose God is black? It says a speculative question about God's being black originated with one of the Kennedys, but it wasn't President John F. Kennedy. And it was published August 8th, 2018, and it says in August, so like, let me read down. This is the actual quote of John F. Kennedy. It says, but suppose God is black, ? What if we go to heaven and we all our lives have treated the Negro as an inferior, and God is there, and we look up and he is not white? ? What then is our response?
Right. What's your response, man? And when you go into that term inferior in the etymology early 15th century, it goes into lower down, lower in position, of low quality and rank. It's a rank, grade, importance. We are less important in this society, man. Proof, here it is, these Edomites can go get bloody steaks, ride their Jeep with the doors off. Meanwhile, us Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, we left with nothing, man. Esau got a whole inheritance he can just pass down. They don't have to work hard. They don't have to live with fear each day, thinking that they're not gonna make ends meet. We do. They don't have sudden fear when they lose their job. We do. When the police get behind them, they ain't gotta stop, slow down, and wipe their head. We do.
Because they ultimately not up on.
They don't have family issues within their family, which they do, You look at some of my families, they be, man, fuck you, mom, But even they keep it, they still cordial and they ain't gotta go. We do. We have problems, man. Our evil towards our brother, black culture, fighting at family reunions. Edomites don't even smoke the way how Jake be smoking out here. Jake smoke weed, drink, liquor stores. All that was invented for our people, man. To destroy us. He putting so much hell on us, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, that it's like he's beating us to a submission to his society. That's why he's going to roll out Revelations 13-16. Because then he has fully corrupted your mind. He has beaten you down to the point that you don't have no hope, you don't have no faith, and you don't even believe in the God right now at this moment, man. A God that chose you, set you near unto himself, showed you law, statutes, and commandments, O Israel, Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Indians, man. The Lord is dealing with you only. But when you look in this society in America, you think the Lord's dealing with the so-called white man. He's not. What did it say? Rejoice, O daughter of Edom. He's rejoicing. This is his moments of rejoicing, because sooner or later he gonna know that he gonna have to answer. You heard that quote, man. Now suppose we've been sitting here disrespecting these Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, telling them that they ain't shit each day, tell them they ain't nothing but weed head smokers, they ain't gonna never be nothing in life but pants sagging, tap dancing, rap rap lyric type niggas, man.
Yep.
You don't even know, that devil don't even know what's in store for him, man, for touching the Lord's apple of his eye, man. You got that?
Yeah, I got one real quick.
Right,
this is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 12. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken."
And it's Israel. What's that cup we drunk of? Slavery. Punishment.
Yep.
For you were not sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. By what? Sacrificing unto idols.
Yep.
We messed up. That's why we in this position right now. We went from wearing crowns to ruling to being righteous to now we just say nothing but pants sagging, lip singing niggas, man. We entertainment unto these other nations.
Yep.
Esau, he feel like he accomplished us going down, man. That's why I say the nations hiss and wag their head and say, is this the people that are supposed to be the wisest of all the earth? And yet they trending on World Star. They trending on social media. It's like you cut on social media, it's filled with the Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, man. You cut on commercials. They don't push Edomite. Edomite commercials don't even get a lot of views, man. But let LeBron get on the commercial. Let Michael Jordan get on the commercial. Let Eve get on the commercial. It's a top seller.
Yep.
Our people dominate even at its lowest rank right now. Even though we are inferior in this society, we still dominate. But we're going to have that full dominance when Yahushua come and put the laws and statutes within our inward parts, and we beat you nations with the rod of iron.
Yep. Yeah, finishing up in Jeremiah 49 and verse 12, it says, "For thus saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right.
Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it."
All right, now go to the Wikipedia, because this is what you're going to drink of. The same thing you did to us. Now, the brother about to read the things that was done unto us during during slavery. Okay. Right?
All right.
Your treacherous ways, man. This how gruesome and cruel you was. Read where it's from, read the title.
And then you want to hit the living conditions.
Yeah, hit the living conditions, the water.
Okay.
Read that title, read that, and then read where it's from.
Okay, come on. This is from Wikipedia. This is an article going into treatment of slaves in the United States. It says the treatment of slaves in the United States often included sexual abuse and rape, the denial of education, and punishments like whippings.
Ooh, the denial of education and punishment like whippings, man. This man don't even want us to be educated.
Yep.
And true education really gonna come from the scriptures.
Yep.
Really the truth. In order for you to even understand what education actually is, the Spirit of the Lord got to be dealing with you. We're not talking about the world's education.
Yep. Bachelor's
degree, master's. You lying. I done talked to Jakes that done went to school and they these 2/3, man. I talked to them and they basically tell me the same thing, that man, what they teaching us in school, we ain't feeling it. It's off. It feel like it's gaps and lies within it. And it is. Because they're not telling you that you are Israelite according to the scriptures. The Lord is dealing with you. The kingdom is pertaining to you. And you're going to be rulers.
Yep.
You're going to be in true peace. That's vital information. That's important information. That information will make a man get out there and teach, man.
Yep.
That information will make a man fear you. How about Shema Shai? Keep the commandments, and Lord willing, you be counted worthy to escape.
Yep.
See, he don't want that education to get put out there. He's a devil.
Yeah, because he ultimately wants you to stay in that dead state of mind. He don't want you to be quickened.
Right. He don't want you to understand. He wants you to just shut up and do the work.
Yep.
Keep reading on that.
It says the denial of education and punishments like whippings. Families were often split up by the sale of one or more members, usually never to see or hear each other again.
And this Deuteronomy 28th chapter to the fullest, man.
Yep.
You should watch your kids should be sold. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's real, man. Hey, the scriptures here real. Yoke of iron, man. You look that up, it's our people.
Yep.
Go ahead and get into their living conditions, man. Cause guess what? Eastside, you're gonna have some bad living conditions as well too.
Man.
You see?
These are the living conditions. And it says compiling.
And if I may add, not to cut you off, I don't even know if you're gonna live in the condition we're gonna put you in.
Man.
You ain't gonna be able to survive, like Yakadan say, man. I don't even know how he gonna survive.
Man, you talking about unbearable.
Man, unbearable. Unbearable.
Yeah. Straits.
Man.
It says compiling a variety of historical sources. Historian Kenneth M. Stamp identified in his classic work, The Peculiar Institution, reoccurring themes in enslavers' effort to produce the ideal slave. Number one, maintain strict discipline and unconditional submission.
Right, unconditional, without condition. You see?
Yep.
Getting right on your ass, man.
Yep.
Every night, all day.
Yep.
The Lord said we would live in fear. That's a part of Deuteronomy 28th chapter, that we was gonna live in fear.
Yep.
But you know what?
Life hanging doubt day and night.
Right.
Yep. Cause Jake didn't really know whether they was coming or going. Jake didn't know whether they was gonna die or live.
Here you go. This Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Oh. This Deuteronomy 28, I'm going to start at 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, a failing of eyes, and a sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. That's unconditional submission. No assurance of your life. No knowing what the next day might bring or what's gonna happen. Here it is, you out there picking cotton. The next day, you put to death. Just because massa feel like it. You know? Your family. Here it is, you had your whole family with you for a year at the plantation. And now your family being split up. What Esau say today? I can't hire family members. You see what I'm saying? Anytime you have a family member at the workhouse, they get on that heavy. Yeah, especially to Jake.
Fire, bro.
Right, you get fired. You and your family can get up out of here. Y'all can move to a different plantation. Yep. See, it's more mental in this time, man. It just you see, Jake don't understand that it's more mental.
Yep.
It's attacking the mind. That's why the Lord said we're gonna have a trembling heart. And we shouldn't even understand. Keep going.
Yep. And it says in number 2, it says create a sense of personal inferiority. It says so that slaves know their place.
Right, so slaves know their place. You see? Hey, let's get this precept right here. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Because that's beautiful that it say know his place. Man, the scriptures hit. They be hidden. Hey, this Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. That was evil, man. That was an evil plan you had set up. Maintain discipline. So that way, keep them inferior so they can know their place. Meanwhile, we just read a quote that said, suppose we've been treating these Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans inferior. And then when we get up to the heavens, they Lord, their power is black. This is Micah 2 and 1. Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields take them by violence, even dealing with the natives. Let's not forget, man. Those are our brothers as well, too. Northern Kingdom, man. You took this land over and you slayed them, man. You killed them.
Yep.
And you did it without a flinch. You did it without a blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
You are purely evil, and you're going to receive everything that you're doing, those treacherous ways, spoiling the goods of the Native Americans and Indians. It's going to be put right back on you, man. We're going to spoil you. We're going to take from you.
Yep.
And we're going to do it in the name of righteousness. This is Micah 2:2. They covet fields, take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, man.
Yep.
See, we can't even be out. They let's let you know that y'all no different. Y'all those same goddamn Greeks, man.
Yep.
You Edomites is the same. You got the same spirit of those Greeks, man. In the book of Maccabees, man, when y'all done stopped us from worshiping our laws and stopped us from basically participating in our holy days and keeping the Sabbaths and sacrifices and
circumcising.
Right, you defiled in the temple, and you also defiled in the bodies of the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Indians with your dietary laws out here. You don't even have a dietary law. Just, man, how we eat out here is just messed up, man.
And they even burnt our holy books too.
Right, burnt our holy books, man. It remind me of that show Fahrenheit 451, man, where they was burning books. Yep. You see, you read that in class, man. Yep. And the major book they was burning was ultimately the word.
Yeah, scriptures.
They trying to get rid of the word, and they gonna do the same thing in this time, man. They let you know, man, only a evil, wicked, devilistic, diabolical man being Esau, Edom, and they also the nation called the Edomites. They the only ones that can perform an evil act perfectly.
Yep.
You're gonna see them horns, you know. But guess what? The one who gave you that spirit of killing and destroying and being a whooping stick towards the people of the nation of Israel is gonna take that device, that blessing that you have, and use it against you. I want you to read that, keep going, but I want you to jump to there you go.
And then jump right here.
Yeah, just read it.
Okay, just read this right now.
Jump
All right.
down.
All right, come on. It says enslaved people were punished by whipping, shackling.
And the enslaved people are the Israelites. Keep going.
It says enslaved people were punished by whipping, shackling, hanging, beating, burning, mutilation, branding, rape, and imprisonment.
Brandon, man. Jake was sitting here getting, and you know back then, Brandon different. We ain't talk about the Brandon today when you put you on, when you get the little machine and put it on a little t-shirt. No, they stick that your master, so-called white man, get some hot boiling ass. What he do? He take the it got his initials on it. It's a long ass stick, and it got his initials on it. And he basically put it in this goddamn fire, let it sit, take it, dip it in the water, and then he put that shit right on your skin, man.
Burn through
hot
your flesh.
boiling ass water, and put that shit right in your skin. Now your shit burned out here, man. What you got today? Greek fraternities and shit. Alpha. You see Jake got the goddamn burnt mark on his arm, man. But imagine that on your forehead. Imagine that on your wife's chest, man.
Scar never go
You saw
away.
damn near mill niggas nipples off, goddamn.
Yep.
You know, it's he ain't playing out here, man. Hey, he was vicious during that time, but he about to receive that same judgment. Read that, and then we're gonna get some scriptures.
Yeah, because it also says mutilation. You know, like going into like cutting off Jake Rod, cutting off limbs.
Right.
You know, just like they did Kuta Kente and Roots. You know, they cut his foot off because, you know what I'm saying, keep him from running. You know? It says punishment was often meted out in response to disobedience or perceived infractions.
And meted goes into justice. That was justice. They think they was doing the Lord's will when they was punishing our people, man.
Yep.
Meanwhile, they don't know that everything that they done did unto the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Indians gonna come back unto them.
Yep.
Keep going out.
Yep. And it says, but sometimes abuse was performed to assert the dominance of the enslaver or overseer over the enslaved person.
Yeah, over the enslaved person, pretty much, man.
Yep.
Get Psalms 137 and 17
Okay. This is Psalms 137
and 7.
and verse 7. This is Psalms 137 and verse 7, and it reads, "Remember, O Lord, Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof."
Right. Remember the children of Edom who said, race it, even to the foundations thereof, man. Esau stay trying to kill us. He stay trying to take us out. He
Yup.
have not hated blood.
Yup. And that word race goes into late 14th century in the online etymology, remove by scraping, rub, erase. The remove, so like it goes into let me go down real quick and click on the word itself. It goes into demolish, tear down.
Right. Basically remove.
Yep. Destroy.
Right. Disintegrate.
Yep.
That's where you get genocide.
Yep.
You know, because that ultimately what he's trying to do, he's trying to wipe out the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to stop. He's trying to basically depopulate the earth, pretty much.
Yep.
You know, he was trying to do that then, and he's still trying to do that now.
Yep.
But guess what? We don't die. We multiply.
Yep.
We just keep coming and coming because the Lord made that promise that our nation would be as the sand of the sea.
Yep.
And guess what? We got a chance to come back. When you get put down, you the only nation
Hey, what did the
that didn't
Maccabean
receive a
brother say?
promise.
The Maccabean brother said, thou has no resurrection to life.
Get that. After you finish that, you read it, didn't it?
Con, verse 8. I just got verse 8.
All right, get verse 8.
Con, and it says in Psalms 137 and verse 8, it says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us, man. Guess what? You're gonna drink double of that cup. The brother brought out Jeremiah 49 and 12. You're gonna get double of that cup, double of that punishment. Hey, you're not gonna be able to handle it. Go ahead, get that.
Con, this is 2 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men to look for hope from Yahweh Shem Shai to be raised up again by him.
Right, because that's the gift that we have. We have the gift of resurrection. The gift of coming back. Hope.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? But Esau, go ahead and read.
And it says, as for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life.
No resurrection to life, man. You're just gonna be a bad dream, pretty much. You're gonna be forgotten quickly. Your life is like a vapor in the air. You know it, not your time, but guess what? It's tell you in the scriptures he don't think about the latter end.
Jump down to verse 17.
Do your thing.
Jumping down to verse 17, it says, but abide a while, and behold his great power, how he will torment thee and thy seed.
Right. You didn't think about the latter end, so we're gonna torment they seed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is beautiful, man. They're gonna torment you. You see? Amos 1 and 11.
Come, this is Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. And it reads, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
Ooh, now the scriptures done went too far back, right? So far back that it goes back to the forefathers. Esau represents the Edomites.
Yep.
Esau's the descendant is the forefather of the Edomites. You see, and Jacob is the Israelites. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Indians, Cubans, Haitians, Jamaicans. Y'all are Israelites. But here it is. The Lord said, what?
And it says, And it says in Amos chapter 1 and verse 11, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, for 3 transgressions of Edom,
Right.
and for 4,
Mm-hmm.
I would not turn away the punishment thereof,
Right.
because he did pursue his brother with the sword."
What he say? The days of my father are at hand. More, then will I slay my brother Jacob?
Yep.
Roughly paraphrasing. Say we're gonna slay his brother Jacob, man. He meant that. He meant that like an Edomite in today's term and say, over my dead body. You'll have to kill me if you want to take my land, boy. And that's the same mindset he had back then. Like, man, I killed Jacob and I stamped it.
Yeah.
And the Lord, you think the Lord wasn't recording these vicious and wicked acts that Esau did from Genesis on down to today?
Yeah.
It wasn't long ago.
Man.
What it say? 1 day is 1,000 years is 1 day to the Lord.
Yep. Yep. And it says
That was like yesterday.
Man. Man.
Right.
And it says, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Kept his wrath forever, man. And his wrath, basically, as a result, bloodshed was a requirement.
Yep.
Of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians. That's why, because you pursued us with the blood, get Ezekiel 35 and 5. 35 and 5. Because, see, you don't hate blood on this side, man. You don't. You can't get right. You was programmed to kill, murder, and destroy. You oppress a man in his house and his heritage. You think you could just, the devil's punch bowl, alligator bait.
Yep.
The Spaniards did the Native Americans dirty. You see? The Spaniards took their forts, and they were Edomites. They took their forts, stabbed the babies with it, man. Pierced the babies. Took their chiefs and cut their nose off, cut their hands off. You see?
Man. Come on, this is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel."
You shed the blood of the children of Israel, man. The blood, the land cannot be cleansed.
Or the blood of him that shed it.
Right. Which
we can get that, John.
we can get that. Read that though. Then get that.
Okay, come on. This is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end."
Right.
It says in verse 6, "Therefore, as I live, says the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee."
Right. And guess what? We're the Lord's battle weapons, battle axes and weapons of war. Okay? Therefore, when the Lord send us out, we ain't gonna be doing no more fishing for the elect. Lord willing, if we be the elect, if we be those true servants of Yahweh Shabbat Shai, we're gonna be hunters. And your worldly hunting ain't got nothing on the sons of God's hunting. You're gonna be hunted, and we're gonna enjoy it, because what you done, just likewise what you done did unto the chosen, it should be done unto you, because we the apples of the Lord's eye. You see, the Lord said, if you touch, man, let me get that, man, because you did put that in there too.
Yeah, that's Zephaniah. That's one of them jumps.
Zechariah 2 and 9. It's Zechariah chapter 2, 2 and 8. Start at 7. It's Zechariah chapter 2 verse 7. Go ahead and get that closer. Get their numbers that we call for.
Come on, this is Numbers chapter 35 verse 33. "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it."
Right, that's the only way how this land is going to be cleansed. Blood for blood, eye for eye, right?
Tooth for a tooth.
Tooth for a tooth. What goes around comes around.
Gotta get even.
And trust me, Your arms too short to try to box with your judgment. This is Zechariah 2:7. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon, because we are in captivity.
Yeah.
Zechariah 2:8. For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. You see? And that's dangerous. You put your hands on the Lord's jury.
You in trouble.
You in big trouble. And that's proof that we are the Lord's jury, because I got a quote from Hitler. This is on Google. It said, America has the Most High's jury. The Americans have the jewels of the Most High. Americans have stolen the Most High's precious jewels. What do you mean his precious jewels? The soldiers asked. Hitler said America has stolen the Jews.
Yep.
The Jews of the Most High, his jury. The Negroes, they are the true Hebrews. What a foolish move and a direct challenge to Yahweh Sheba Shah. And they plan on moving these false white Jews into a state of Israel. Because the white Jews know that the Negroes are the real children of Israel. And to keep America's secret, the Jews will blackmail America and they will exhort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they are. So it's not working. That's beautiful, man. Hey, it's not working, man. Your new world order finna get put down. You're not finna secede. You're not finna go to Mars. You're not finna build a little rocket and shoot up in the sky and go into the firmament, which you can't do anyway. And you're not finna fucking bring out this flying car that I see on the internet, man.
Yep, it's over with.
Right, it's over with. Talk about flying cars, man. Talking about GTA 6. Man, you gonna be burnt, man. You know? Hey, man, it's through you through, man. We want you gone, man.
He didn't.
What Major Payne say? Do you want me gone, boy? Hey, we want you gone, man. And you're gonna be gone. You're gonna be put down forever. No resurrection to life.
None.
You shed blood, your blood is gonna be required. Close it out with Habakkuk 1:10. I mean, Obadiah 1:10. We're just gonna close it out with devil.
Okay, come. This is Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 10.
Right. Obadiah
it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For the violence against thy brother Jacob, the raping, robbing, murdering,
mutilation,
whipping, keeping us from who we are.
Yep.
Stealing and robbing us, taking us.
Instilling fear.
Right. Instilling fear within us.
Yep.
Trying to hide your identity.
Yep.
You are a devil, man.
Yep.
There's violence. Keep going.
And it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
And thou shalt be cut off forever, man. You're going to be removed. That is the result of being the Edomite.
Hey, and if I may add, when these shameful spewings are brought out against Esau, they wanna get mad. Like, nah, you did that.
They wanna debunk it.
Yeah, you did that.
Right, they wanna denounce it. Like, bro, you did it. And guess what? What you did is not finna go unanswered.
Right.
That's why for the violence against your brother Jacob, that's your answer.
Yeah.
Shame should cover you and you should be cut off.
Yeah, Lord said, hey, you're gonna surely drink of it.
Man, you're gonna surely drink that cup, man. You're gonna surely drink that cup.
Yep.
So with that, we're going to give all glory and praises to
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem HaKakodash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth, and bless to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners, man. Hey, DTA, man.
DTA.
Man, death to America, man. Man, we sick of this place, man. We sick of E, man. You're going to be removed, man. All right?
Yep.
That's it for you, man. Hey, shalom.
Shalom. Ba ba ba.
Ba ba.